Hello, my beautiful friends. Can everybody hear me okay and see me okay? I see Sarah here, Kazi, Elizabeth, Erica. It looks like I'm super blurry. It has my name over there. Let me fix that. You guys let me know if you can hear me okay. Let's see. Style. I don't want to show that. You are a little fuzzy. Why, friends? Why am I fuzzy? Yes, you are red wine. I would love some. Thank you. Are you pouring? So, are you excited for this? I'm excited. I want to make sure we give people a chance to get in here. I'm nervous about this one because of my counters. So Tom is, I'm surprised he's not here right now. He's like, well, what are you going to do to protect the counters? A different angle? Huh. Different angle. Tell me what you mean, Erica. And do you guys want to see, let me see if I can get to style. Where is it? Hi, Chrissy. I can hear you, but the feed is blurry. Let's go just to this. Hey, Danielle, is this blurry for you if we just focus on the bird? I'm going to wait to hear if you guys say this is blurry. On my tablet, it looks good, but somebody let me know. There's no point in even seeing me if I'm blurry, right? The bird is fine. Okay. We're going to focus on the bird. And it's going to be hard for me to, my laptop is so far away from me right now. It's like all the way over here in the video. Awesome. Thanks, Chrissy. So I'm not going to be able to reach to put your comments on. So do you guys like this? Let's see if my touch screen will daggone work. Well, I pressed it. Okay. You're using a 54-degree angle, not straight on. Yes, 54 degrees, Erica. Oh, my word. You know I'm going to have to pop on here for this. Did you measure? Oh, I'm so blurry. Why am I blurry? I do not have this laying flat down. So I do want to show you, even though it's blurry. Let's see. Let's see if we can do this. Okay. Do you see how I have this set up on this contraption over here? You know me, friends. I have reference photos. Oh, don't get my cord in the, I was going to say wine, but I don't have any wine yet. Here is my palette. Oh boy, it is super blurry. I do hope it evens out in the wash. Why is it so blurry over there? So I have got Payne's Gray on the left, titanium white, cadmium yellow hue, alizarin crimson, sap green, ultramarine blue, and burnt sienna. I also have some liquin. That's what this is. Hello, Chris. Blasphemy, no wine. It's going to come. Jana, hello. Hello, friends. We're getting buck wild over here. Then over here, I have more stuff. I have my huge tube. Then I've got my brushes. I've got some tape just in case. You never know what's going to happen around here, friends. And so let's put you back over here. Woohoo! I'm sorry I'm so blurry. So what I'm going to do is just put it on the bird for right now because I don't know why it's so blurry. And I did figure out how to do the webcam, and then it's blurry. So yes, this is sitting up at roughly roughly a 45-degree angle. I have never painted oil paint flat down, and I don't want to start now. So I've got you guys, when you make a comment, it's going to show up on the screen on the right-hand side. I've not done that before because I'm going to have a hard time pressing your comments while I'm doing this. The other thing is, this is going to be messy. It's going to be messy. And because of that, I don't want to be grabbing at things. I also have my bucket of turpentine. This is a citrus-based turpentine. So again, I'm very nervous to do this in my kitchen. But it's going to be just fine. Who is excited? Who's excited about us painting in oil paints in these books? Can I get a thumbs up if you guys are flipping excited? I'm excited. Hello, Jeanette. You're just in time. So we are working in Kerby Rosanes' Fragile World. Julie, hello. We're working in Fragile World, but this image is in multiple different books. I'm so flipping excited too. I did do the gesso on both sides because this is a double page spread, although I'm only going to focus on this bird today. The other thing is, my beautiful friends, that the gesso that I applied, I dried it. It dried. Hello, Suzanne. Flipping great for you to be here. So then I came back over the top with a wash using my paint thinner, like the citrus cleaner, and Payne's Gray and Ultramarine Blue. So I used both of these. I filmed it, so this will be airing at some point. Let's see how it works first. I will say the book is fabulous. There is zero bleed through. There's really no warping, and it feels just like my canvases. So I am flipping excited about this. I am going to switch to this view just for a second, even though I'm hoping at some point it won't be blurry. That's my goal, is for this to at some point not be blurry. Of course, it's still blurry. Why? And so, yes, Suzanne says, beautiful colorists. Yes. So I have this camera in my way today because of the angle. I wasn't sure if I should have it over my head. Ideally, it would be over there and hanging here. But this camera cannot go upside down, or you would be upside down. If I did that and edited it, it would be fine. But live, I cannot flip this. And so all of my beautiful friends are saying hi to each other. If you are here for the first time, welcome. I'm Tara. If you're not here for the first time, but we haven't said hello yet, well, thank you, Danielle. Please say hello in the comments. Everybody here is flippin' awesome, and we are here as a family. I have a bunch of paper towels. I do not use rags when I'm working with oil, so this could be considered wasteful. I'm not looking to get stuff super messy and terrible. So this is what I'm choosing to do. Okay. Are you guys ready to get started with this? I am so flipping excited about this. Let's see. We have Tink 7736 here. I think I am going to move the comments off of the screen because otherwise what's going to happen is we're not going to see what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out. Let me try it again. Because I want you guys to be able to be a part of everything, of course. So what I want to do first, the other thing, my beautiful friends, we're not going to finish this today. You know I'm a layerist, right? We have not just met. I don't think. I usually work 40 to 60 layers. Paper towels are safer for oil, not wasteful in that case. Let's see if I can get you. Hey, I did it. Did I? Yay, I did it. Oh, I hit. Let's see, Chris, help me understand how you're using terps, which require ventilation. And also you're wearing a tank top. I mean, aren't you freezing? Chris, you're fantastic. Erica says, paper towels are safer for oil, not wasteful in that case. I appreciate that. And so this is a natural turpentine. In terms of ventilation, I have 6 air purifiers in my house and 1 right by me. And I'm also a risk taker. Don't mind, I slipped my finger today chopping a lemon. And I'm wearing a tank top because I'm perimenopausal. The girl's hot, okay? And the other part of that is, let's see if this time I won't be blurry. The other part of this is that I don't want anything, I'm still blurry, dagnabbit. I don't want anything that is going to get in turpentine or in my oil paints. I don't typically wear a smock. I think I am going to change Wi-Fi channels because I have like 1 bar for some reason. Let me see. Bear with me, my beautiful friends. Let's see. Let's see if this is better. I see I'm frozen over there. And it's still blurry. 10 degrees feels good. Yeah, exactly. So I'm still blurry, so I do apologize about that. But I was pretty worried because what I don't want is for my jeans. I just got these. I love, they're like sweatpants, but they're super. I'm very weird, friends. I don't want to ruin these because I just got them. So I'm going to be really careful. Okay, bird isn't good now. Let's see if this is better. Isn't that funny? I have more bars, but it's blurrier. I wonder why. Let's give it a second to see if it evens out. If not, I'm going to switch channels again. Okay, Cassie, I'm going to switch again. Let's see. Let's go back. Okay. How does the picture look, my beautiful friends? Does it look okay? And then the other thing, let me see if this, because it's using data, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I think on my end, the bird looks good now. Does it look okay for you guys? I am so excited about this. Better. Thank you. Okay, so thank you, Kazi. Because I'm a layerist, what I'm thinking about here is not going heavy with the bird so that it's done. I don't work like that. It's typically 40 to 60 layers. I don't think I'm going to get that many layers in a book like this, but I'm going to do my best. And so I've got my reference photos here. Now, because of the type of endangered parrot that this is, we can make these any colors, but if you guys know me, I'm a realist. So because its wings are in the same, basically the same shape as this, I know that this row here is yellow and this is red. So that's essentially what I'm going to be doing right now, so you guys can see. All right. So I've got my palette like we talked about, and I'm going to grab a brush. And in terms of what kind of brush should you use, I'm going to show you a few of my favorites. And these brushes are very old. So these are some of my favorites. First, we have a flat brush. This is a size 2. I like pretty small brushes because I'm thinking about getting in those little feathers. This is I don't even think they sell these anymore. This brush has been in my collection for 25 years and it's going strong. Then I've got some Badger brushes. I mean, if there's any vegans here, you're going to be upset with me. A fan brush, one of my favorites. And it doesn't necessarily mean like we're going to use a fan brush for feathers, but we could. And the other thing is I've never painted a bird that's already here. I've had just a rough outline and I go in and I do everything in there. Now it's there. So I got to see how I like that. I also have a boar bristle flat brush. I'm more partial to the boar bristles than anything else. Another one of these like sable style brushes, and then a bigger flat brush. I have various other brushes next to me. I have an angled brush. What I'm going to use this for is to soften. You'll see what I mean. And then I have a smaller brush. This is a size 2 and it's a round. And I'm thinking of this to like get in there and do the eyes or to do the claws. But I'm not going to worry about that right this second, if that makes sense. So to start this, I also have to think about when I'm coloring this. I don't want my arm to be touching anything, which is why I have my book tilted up. I also don't want to get anything on this surface because it's new. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, my friends. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that size 2 flat brush. I'm going to dip it in my liquid. You can kind of see that. And I think I'm going to do the yellow ones first. So if you're using oil paint, I don't usually have every color. I mix the colors myself because oil paint is opaque and you can lay it down over something else. I'm not worried about it. So I use the liquid like you would use water for watercolor. And I'm looking for it to be relatively thin. So let's see. Focus camera. I don't want this to be like an impasto, okay? I'm also going to be painting maybe in an odd position for me because I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Because I primed this in those colors, you can see that's pretty transparent right there. I'm going to see if I can bring you closer, but I'm not sure if I can. I'm going to try. Let's see. I can get you guys closer. Okay. So because it's so transparent right there, I kind of like that. And let's see. I like that it's like that because then you can kind of see through it, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do, get that wire out of my way. Okay. I'm going to take that yellow and I'm going to add just a little bit of white to it. This is a disposable palette, like you just tear the sheets off. You could use a plate. So you see it's made it less of a bright, vivid color. And I'm going to go it and put it on this one just to show you. It almost looks white here. See the difference? So I'm kind of going to do a mixture of both because if I'm looking at this more opaque one, that's a little bit too opaque. And I've also lost the line work underneath, which I'm okay with because I could put it back. But if you don't want to lose it, then don't put the white in there. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope so. So I'm going to grab that liquid and the yellow without the white and put this next one in so you could see the line work is showing through. It's shining through underneath it, if that makes sense. You could make this bird have any color feathers that you want. This is just what I want. And I considered making it a blue, like a macaw bird, but I decided to do the realistic because that's who I am. And I'm not thinking about the way my stroke is being laid down right now because this is one coat. Let's see. I do have some type of a hair. There's a feather on my brush. Oh man, it feels so good to grab some oil paint. The other thing is when I'm thinking about an underpainting, like what we're doing, like, because we're going to keep layering on top of this, we want very thin layers. If this was super thick piled up, first it's going to take longer to dry. And then the other thing is, well, it's just, for me, it's not the look, but it does depend on on what I'm doing. So looking at all of these feathers over here, he's given everything to us. That's the other thing. So I printed these off of Google as inspiration photos, just to see. Like, it looks like there's a layer of green and the red is just on top. So I could do those green, but you could also just do them any color that you want. I love oil paint because, well, it's what I've used the most. And there's something so freeing about knowing I could totally screw up here. I could put this yellow in the wrong spot and it doesn't matter because I can come back over the top and fix it later. So personally, I love that. Claire is here. And Claire, I'm sure it is very early in the morning or the middle of the night over there. We are going buck wild with oil paint. So I've gotten these feathers in, and look at how fast that is. Now, you don't have to do 40 layers or 10 layers on this bird. You could do whatever you want, but I'm going to show you the way in which I do it. 3:24 a.m., Claire. We sure do appreciate you. So looking at the other side with these feathers, these are more of a gray color. And then it would be these lower feathers, just like on that side. So when I usually block this in, again, I don't have every feather drawn out. Yeah, holy hell is right. Claire is a trooper over there. We're so glad you are here. And I know it's not easy because it's the middle of the night over there. If you don't have this color, so if you pick up the set, and I do have it linked in my Amazon storefront, if you pick up the set from Winsor Newton, it's the most economical. Like, even if you go to Dick Blick, the set price is better. It doesn't have cadmium yellow light. I've never bought these in a set. I've always done this just loosely, just buying them loose, but they're expensive. So if you do it this way, use the Winsor yellow, I think that's the one, or lemon yellow, whatever it is. They're just slightly different. I love this brand of paint, without a doubt. Okay, so we got those feathers in like a snap, didn't we? I'm going to put some of this color on its head because we can see it's kind of, there's going to be yellow underneath this part of its head. So this is a very thin wash. I haven't even added any more paint. And I do want to add, I'm using the corner of my brush to get around that eye. Wonder if I can get you guys any closer. Let me see. I'm trying, friends. Ooh, that might be way better. Okay, I think that's better. You can see how this is taking on, you see the yellows and the greens, yes. You can see how this is taking on that's exactly what I was going to say, Danielle. It's kind of greenish, but that's what we want. We want this to not just be blocks of yellow. Look at the difference with this one, because I added white, versus the other ones. These look better than that. So let's say you do something and you don't like it. Can we have some fun today, friends? What if I do this accidentally? Okay. Thanks, Claire. I'm not going to have, a heart attack because of that. I'm going to dip my paper towel in the mineral spirits. Now that's interesting. It took off the Payne's Gray. That is because this is not, it's not the same doing it in a book. I didn't really know what would happen when I did this little experiment. But it is totally fine, friends. It is totally fine. Claire says, looking good, Tara. I have yet to do this double page spread. Hi, Paulina. So let's say I don't like that I made this one so opaque. I'm just going to go over it with this paper towel and not be afraid. This is messy. You just got to be here for it. I'm just got to be real careful that I don't mess stuff up around me. Now I'm going to go in without the white in there. Now look at how much brighter that one is, because it doesn't have the Payne's Gray. Man, that is so interesting that it came off. It's never done that to me on a canvas. On a canvas, it's very permanent. So that's telling me maybe this needed more gesso. The backside looks great. No bleed through. So we're just going to roll with it, my beautiful friends. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Sue. All right. I'm going to stick the rag that I put the turpentine in to the side so I don't grab that one again accidentally. Holly, yes, we are oil painting. That yellow looks fluorescent to me. Are you planning to knock it back? Well, one of the things is it does look fluorescent on camera. In life, it doesn't. And because we're going to be layering, in the end, it won't be fluorescent. The other thing is if I just keep putting paint down, it's wet. So this is not going to dry while we're on this stream today. It will not dry today. So I have this with the yellow. Now I'm going to go straight into, first, let's take the aquamarine blue, bring that to the side. I'm so close now. So I grabbed the aquamarine blue, and it's way too blue. And when I mix them together, I don't like the green that it's making. It's kind of like a putrid green. Hi, Lori. So I'm going to clean my brush. And I'm going to grab a little bit of that sap green. Sap green is a much more vibrant green color. It might be hard to see. So we know that these over here are green. So I'm going to put some of this in and see what I think. And I'm going to make this top part, including those feathers there, red. I want all of those, I think. Maybe I'll make some of these also. Let's see. I'll have to, oh, yes. So, yes, Jana. Jana is Miss Texas. And so on this side, oil paint is so flipping forgiving. I love it. I don't know if I'm going to love it in this book. We'll see. If you use less liquid, the paint will be thicker. Let's see if you can see that. Do you see how these that I'm just painting on And there is a reflection too, because it's shiny. So these over here have less of that liquid. So they're a little bit more opaque, but it's hard to tell because these over here look so opaque. If you remember doing this, you're not going to get it done in one layer. We're not going to get what we want in one layer. So I'm going to mix that yellow with the sap green. And I want to see what this looks like on its head. Ooh, very nice. I also see kind of like around the top of its head is red on my reference photo. So I'm going to just, and this might be a different color up in here. Do you prepare the pages with golden satin glazing? No. What I did was put gesso down, one coat overnight, then I sanded it. Then I came back over and I used Payne's Gray and ultramarine blue, and I did a wash over this double page spread just so I'm not working on white paper. Hey, Amy, is what I did. No, I didn't want this to be slick as I'm coming down over it. So you could see here. Do you see how transparent oil paint can be? I've had a lot of people ask me about this, saying that because oil paint is so opaque, and it is, but it also is transparent. The way that I'm applying this is totally transparent. And I have a feeling us putting the color in like this is going to be very, very fast to paint versus pencil. Well, fast to paint, but you have to let it dry, right? Ooh, book, stay on here. Claire says, it's looking good. I never thought that oils were transparent. Yeah, it's all in how you apply them, because I'm doing it very thinly, and I applied that liquid, which is the liquid, let's see. This is what the liquid is. I'm using this. And let's see. Okay. Oh, the bird is looking so good. Like how it covers a big area, you can still see the details. Yes, exactly. Where a lot of my friends have said with oil, that's not possible. It totally is, because I'm using it so thinly. This is the way I paint with oil. I don't do big, thick paint. It's just not my vibe. And a lot of times I wouldn't go straight in with the color that we see right here. I would have done maybe a slightly different color so that it shines through underneath. But I wanted you guys to see the pop of color. Here, I'm going to add a little bit of white to the blue, because I'm looking for a bluer shade over here. Now, because I added white, do you see how we have lost the line work underneath? The line work is gone. So if you don't want to use the line work, use a lot less white. Like, I can kind of see it. And all I'm doing is pushing my brush. And then I'm going to come back with this. The whole point with the oil paint is because it's so wet, we can move this sucker around, which I love. Let's see. Danielle says, getting house that has 12 by 12 office craft room. Oh, that's phenomenal. Okay. I am loving that color. It might look a little bit dark. I'm going to put that, remembering that an underpainting, what is underneath, is not the final layer, right? And it would be darker over here, just like the way that you would shade with your pencils. We can do it with this. Amy says, oh, wow, I'm super jealous. Sat here on my tiny little desk, corner desk. Yeah, I'm super jealous right now, too, because I don't even have the stuff I need right now in my house. I'm grabbing some of that alizarin crimson. Look at this color. I wanted cadmium red, but I could not get it out of the tube. It's all dried up. So I'm going to go in with this and it'll be fine. I did put a little bit more on its head. This one's head is, it's not this color. So I'm going to just go right over it. I love these little brushes. And if we remember, we are going to come back over this later. This is layer 1. I do like it to leave it where you can see the line work if you don't want to have to worry about it, right? Because then I haven't lost anything by doing this. I've lost none of the line work. Taking a little bit more of that red, let's tilt you guys up just a bit. I'm going to put this red up here. Birds are some of my favorite subjects. They are just so vibrant and beautiful. That experiment that I did is really something. I can't believe it did that. Like I'm looking forward to experimenting even more. And I'm probably going to put some green mixed in over there. I thought about making this bird bright orange. I thought about a lot of different things. But the realist in me settled for what the bird actually is, which is these colors. Wow. Look at how good it looks already. Okay, now I want to let's bring this red down a little bit. And I think I want to put a little bit of this red down here. You see how I'm going right over the other color like it's nothing. Birds and fish, I love to color them. Amy, we must be soulmates. Is that weird to say? Look at that. This is what I flipping love about oil paint. There's no worry that I'm going straight over the green. And look at how great this bird looks already. Man, I hope it's coming out on the screen as great as it looks for me over here. So I think I want to, let's get these in. So I'm going to clean my brush with the turpentine. This is messy, okay? I don't usually use multiple different brushes. I am a very lazy colorist. So I put it in the turpentine. Then I use my paper towel. And I know I have not completely cleaned the brush, and that's fine. You totally can have a different brush for every color. And there's times I've done that. But what happens is I usually end up grabbing the wrong daggone brush. Thank you, my beautiful friend. Elizabeth says, looks wonderful. So let's see. To start doing these, even though they're kind of gray, there's a lot of colors in there. So I want to capture that. I want to capture that in these magical, mystical wings. I'm thinking since these pine cones, I'm going to put some burnt, actually, should we do the pine cone layer first? Let's do that. I want to show you that. I'm taking some burnt sienna. Burnt sienna is a wonderful, like, reddish brown color. I mean, I know they have it in pencils, but it's like the most beautiful color. The most beautiful in this oil. Cassie says, I'm impressed by the oils. Look one is now in my Amazon basket. You know what? I have had this daggone bottle for 20 years, and it's all dried up at the top. And I just stuck one of my brushes. I stabbed it through, and I broke the brush. But that's fine. It's totally fine. All right. I want to get some of this color on these pine cones. So because I got this liquid, you could just use turpentine. Liquid is better. The other thing I really love about liquid is if you want to kind of seal the picture afterwards, what I used to do is take a layer of liquid and put it on the whole entire canvas when I'm done, 2 coats of that, let it dry, and it gets that kind of satiny sheen. It is so flippin' beautiful. Look at how the paper shines right through. Hello, Leslie. Will a color like Payne's Gray be the same color in an oil painting, oil, or acrylic? No, it won't. Not only that, different brands are going to be totally different. You can reserve that blade of grass, or you could just paint over it because it will lay down on top, if that makes sense. Wow, look at how good this bird looks. This looks so brown because it did mix with the green underneath, but I love it. I'm here for it. Let's put some of this on this stinking cute pine cone. I did get some, friends, I can't color in the lines. Have we met? And it's fine. I flipping love you guys so much. I love this community. I love how sweet everybody is. I think oil paint might be my favorite medium now to use in these books because of how fast. I am a colorist. I know we all are, but what I mean is like I want to see the color as quickly as possible, which is why I love oil paint. But the downside of this is I definitely cannot do this in bed. Tom would have a heart attack. Although he might prefer I do this in bed versus on the counter. I am a little nervous about the way I'm doing this, but it's fine. As soon as my new office is done, there'll be no worries. And with my rig that's going to be in the ceiling to hold my camera, it's going to be flipping amazing. Wow, look at that. That just looks, it looks so good. So I'm going to tilt the camera down now. So we're going to get this beauty. Is it super blurry? Why is it blurry? Let me see if this makes it better. Okay. I stopped my other camera thinking maybe it's just too much bandwidth. So let's hope that this is better. So no bleed through. We're looking good. Look at how this thin wash is going down. It's such a better feeling to me. Like I love this medium 100 times more than watercolor. And I really like watercolor. It cannot compete with this. I even like the smell of oil paint. I'm not worried about this blade of grass. I'm not worried about the grass, okay? I'm not going to go around all that grass. We're going to paint it in later. I want to make this as simple as possible. It is very cold here today, Leslie, but I am wearing a tank top as usual. It is still blurry. I wonder why. How does the picture look for you guys? Does it look okay? If somebody would let me know. I'm trying to decide if I should switch Wi-Fi channels. If somebody will let me know, please. How does it look? Oh, that's just so stinking satisfying. So now I want to get these wings in. It's a little bit blurry and pixelated. I wonder why. Okay. I'm going to change channels, okay? And let's see if this makes it better. Okay, Let's see how this is. Am I live yet? There's definitely like it's slightly behind. Okay, now I see my hand. Does that look any better? I think it might look worse. Well, maybe it's better. It's definitely pixelated, and I do apologize. Blurry, but I thought it was my eyes. Thanks, Leslie. That's funny. Okay. And it seems to be going, I think it might be something to do with the ambient light. Is there a window aimed at it? No. I don't have a window. I have my light up here. Let's see. If I change it. Let's see if that's better. Let's see. Blurry. Sorry. Sorry, friends. Okay, so that's not a better one. Let's try the third option. At least I have multiple options over here. I don't think. Let's see. It's sort of pixelated, suggests a rate drop, so the camera itself I think is fine. Yeah, thanks, Amy. It's my connection. That on my tablet, this one looks good. Does this look better? I think this one might be better. I think it looks a lot better, actually. Okay. I'm going to grab, yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Chris. Okay, we're looking better. Yay. All right. Look at how quickly we got these three in. Like, how fast is that? Holy flippin' cow. So we want to put these feathers in. And I'm thinking, like, what color do I want to do? I think I want to clean my brush. Awesome. Claire says it's better where she is too. Thank you, my beautiful friends. I'm going to take a little bit of that Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray is one of my absolute favorite colors. And mix it with a little bit of alizarin or ultramarine blue. That's what's on the canvas already. Add some liquid so that it's essentially like this. And hi, Kat. And I'm going to start down here with this one and just see what do I think of it. And as I'm doing the feather, I'm instinctively, see, I'm using the bristles of the brush to come down. This is how I do feathers, because when I'm doing them, they don't have the lines here. So if I bring my brush down like this, it's going to put the feathers on there for me. And I'm angling them in the same direction that Kerby's line work is, because obviously his line work is right. And see how this is the same color that's in the background. There's definitely, ooh, I stuck my hand right in there. This is how it gets messy, friends. I think I really like this color for some of the feathers, but I don't want to do all of the feathers the same. So I'm going to put some of this color. The other thing is, let's say I was just in my studio and I was painting this, I probably wouldn't do all of these sections the same day. I would do an underpainting of something and then let it dry. So that's why I have so many whips that I'm working on, because I don't like to have to go around everything. If I just give this a couple of hours, it's going to be dry and then I don't have to worry about it. So I would rather do that. I'm going to make these down here. Have some of that darker. While I have this color on, I'm going to put this on the beak. Julie, thank you so much. Julie says it looks amazing. And it's a quick win. It's a quick win. Oh, I'm just in love with paint. I love paint. I want to add some other color back there. So I think I'm going to grab a little bit of the burnt sienna and mix that on the brush and see what I think about this. I like that. And I'm even going to put it on some of these. Still going in the direction, you don't have to worry as much with the beginning coats because it's the last coats that you put on with the strokes are the most important. But because I paint so thinly, it will shine through. So I would rather go in the direction of the hair from the beginning. So the only colors I've put on these feathers so far is Payne's Gray, Ultramarine Blue, and Burnt Sienna. I'm leaning into the fact that it's wet, so we can do that wet into wet technique. It's not going to be dry the whole time. Excuse me. I'm sneezing from the paint. I'm going to put some of that color. See, I'm sweating right now, friends. Oh, I love this. Love it. See the two-tone effect. Thank you. Flip and bless me. Thanks, friends. I had to stand up because I am in love. Holy baloney. His pictures were just meant to be painted. They're meant to be painted. While I have this color, this really dark color, I am going to put some of this here. And I'm going in the direction of the feathers. Kat says, looking great, Tara. I tried to get someone to say yes to oil paints, but got shot down. Say yes to oil paints? What do you mean, like another creator? Karen, oh, I made it. I'm going to have to rewatch from the beginning after. Can't wait. Oh, my goodness. What do you think, Karen? We're going buck wild over here. I was so worried. That Kerby wasn't going to win. I was ready for this. So with the same dirty brush that I did with these feathers, I need to put some of this color down here because the bird needs to be unified. So let me swing this out. I sure hope nothing goes wrong here. As wild as we're getting so wild. What do you guys think? When you mentioned oil paint last week, I envisioned the heavy textured oils. You see what we're doing here. There is nothing thick about this. It's like liquid because of this. Yeah, it's totally different than what we would think. And look at how transparent it is. We have not lost any of Kerby's drawing, except in the spot. Actually, I was able to get it back. For sure. Yes, Karen is famous. We love having you here, my beautiful friend. So because I did an experiment, definitely you guys will have to go back and see what I did to kind of mess the paper up, but I didn't mess it up. Look at how effortlessly, like significantly effortless. And you could do any colors that you want here. With my reference photos, I'm kind of going for, realistic, my friends. But you can do whatever you want. Make sure that you put the same colors in other spots. That's how you're going to sell it with this. And that burnt sienna is such a beautiful color to add because it helps it to create depth without it being like muddy. And I think that that's really important. I am trying to be so careful here in my kitchen with my new countertops. I don't know if quartz would take turpentine well. I am trying to be so flipping careful. And check out these pine cones. That's one layer of burnt sienna. It is possible to get this done in one sitting if you wanted to just have it a loose like watercolor effect. Tara, can you use pencils over the top of oil paint? I don't think so. I've never tried it. I don't think you're going to need pencils because you can do it so thinly with this brush. So thinly. And it's gonna have such a realistic look. Thank you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth said, do you guys not like the video so far? I appreciate you. Let's turn this. Polished natural stone would be impervious to stains, shouldn't it? Polished. Is it? I would hope so. Is your new website yet? Karen, how's the website going? You are like a wealth of information. And if you guys are not in her group on Facebook, you should be. I think I'm a top fan. If we remember that this is one layer, essentially we're staining the feathers. I'm staining them. I got to work around. My camera is literally right here. I'm kind of resting my hand on my other hand, if that makes sense. It's going well, just trying to troubleshoot before it goes live. Yeah. I can appreciate that. I've got websites, but mine have more to do with health and cooking than anything else. And yeah, there's always something to have to worry about, without a doubt. I love this warm color that is going to be underneath this. So I'm going to add a little bit more of the Payne's Gray and Ultramarine, especially right here in the deep part. I wonder if it would be possible to use like oil pastel pencils on top of this. I don't know. I know oil paint is so permanent, but I don't know how permanent it's going to be in these books. It might not be as permanent. It's probably not going to be as permanent as it would be on a canvas. I have no fear on a canvas of anything. I could wipe it off with water. It's essentially waterproof. It's everything proof. I'm thinking about darker towards the inside part, the way we all love to do things with shadows. But this is that same dirty brush the whole time. Jeanette says, do you want a tester who is slow to pick up new things? Jeanette, I really appreciate you, and I appreciate you sticking with me with the community tab, and your picture looks flipping beautiful. I love it. I almost have the wings all blocked in. Like Kerby has saved me like so much work by drawing it on there for me. So looking over here, I think I want to make this a little bit redder by its top of its head. It kind of, to me, it looks almost orange. Okay, making sure it's not going to go anywhere. So I'm going in with that alizarin crimson. Again, I would rather have cadmium red, but my paint was dried up. And I'm just putting a little bit more down. Oh, so pretty. He's looking great, Tara. Thank you, Karen. Lori says, Elizabeth, not sure if you saw my post showing the Fragile World pages. I used your color-colored pencils. Thank you so much. You guys are just so flippin' sweet to each other. So looking around, I think I want to add a little bit more red right here. Can you see just how this is not that impasto? That's not the way I paint. The liquid is thin glazes. I'm going to put just a little bit on its beak for interest. And over here on its claws. And I know I want this red color to be down here a little bit, maybe even a little bit unexpected, like he's got a couple of red feathers. Can we post pictures on the community page? I've been waiting to share the teapot and turtle, but I don't post on IG. Yes, absolutely. You can post on my community tab, and I'm not chaperoning you. Is that the right word? It's a community that's safe space as long as nobody's mean to each other. All right, I'm going to mix. Let me mix a little bit of the yellow and the burnt sienna together. That's going to give me a little bit more of an orangey color. And I'm going to add some liquid. And let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. When I'm adding this, I know there's a really strong glare. Can you just frag and drop, frog? What does that say? Can you just frag and drop spelling, drag? Kazi, you are the best. and yet I can't read, it seems, you know? Oh, wow. See, I like having that pop of color. It's brighter to the outside. And I want to take this color and I want to put some of this on its head. Like some of the best advice I have when it comes to oil paint, you don't want the whole bird just to be one color. Because looking at the reference photo, look at how many shades of green are here. Look at its face. How many different shades are here? This one has a white beak. This one has a black beak. And we can make it any color that we want. We can do what we want. I'm going to take this color and with the point of my brush, I'm going to put it on the top part of its eye. And I think I want to put a little bit of this color on the beak. Ooh, I like that. And let's go ahead and get its claws in. Yeah, you definitely have to be okay with getting your hands dirty. Without a doubt. Put some of that bright color down here. This part of the bird down here will be darker, but the very tips, I want that brightness to shine through. Wow, he looks super shiny, but he looks so good. And I think it's a boy. Okay. Now I'm going to take this same color. I haven't changed colors. And let me go ahead and see if I like some of this on the pine cones. I think it's good to add a little bit of this color. It's kind of hard to tell. So I'm going to add a little bit more of these two together. Let me show you what happens if we add white. Remember, white is super opaque. You see that there? Essentially now, You cannot see the line work through there the same, but it looks really freaking good. Wish I could fast forward. Hey, Leslie, am I boring you? I'm just totally kidding. And see the end. You guys know that it usually takes me like a year to do a painting. Jana wants to try it. Yes. And Julie says it's incredible. We got to lean in for the journey. The journey is the fun. The journey is the fun. I love this combination on these like edges to really help the pine cone start to come to life. You can just see it. Oh, it's so good. My hands are greasy. I got to make sure I don't touch my jeans. Same two colors. So this is burnt sienna, cadmium yellow light, and titanium white. And watch this here. Let's see if I can get you a little closer without there being a catastrophe. Might be able to lean in, turn you this way. Okay, that looks a little closer. So especially these little bits. Doesn't it? Cassie says it worked perfectly on those pine cones. It sure does. And I'm just doing those little tips. I mean, again, he's drawn everything for us. We just got to put the color there. And on this one that's closer to its face, I'm adding a little bit more white. By doing that, we're getting rid of his line work underneath. So if you add more liquid, it'll become more transparent. But I want some of these edges of this pine cone to be opaque. Wow, that's just so flipping awesome. And I would definitely encourage not just to use brown and white. The burnt sienna is a beautiful color. It adds just such warmth. Wow. I got to bring you guys in a little closer for that. It's wet, but look at that pine cone, that dimension. There is so much flipping dimension there. You can see that one. And you can see the one that I didn't put it on yet. Look at the difference between, I mean, it is noticeable between this one and this one. Oops. Like they don't look like the same at all. So I'm using those same two colors. Now this one is a little bit more closed up. So I'm going to just put it at the tippy top. There's definitely a glare, even for me, to see it. And I am using my hand resting on the page and using my arm because it's hard to just paint like this. And I don't want to hit the paper with my elbow or something. Oh, that looks so good. I think I'm going to add a little bit more to this pine cone. Same three colors, and look at how thin this is. Now see, I added a little bit more white. Let's say I add even a little bit more. And look at this one here, using the corner of my brush. And this one. Wowzer. Look at that. I love oil paint. It's so satisfying. I, for one, am liking that I'm doing away with his line work in some spots. I think it's going to, like, I don't need to worry about pencil if I'm doing this. I'm going to clean my brush. Now let's get even more dimension in there. I rinsed my brush, drying it off. I'm going to take Payne's Gray and the Burnt Sienna, those two colors that we've been using. I'm not using black. I very rarely would use black, and I'm going to add ultramarine blue. So this is a very kind of a dark bluish gray color. And I'm going to just add some of this inside at the very bottom. And I'm not afraid because this will blend. So if I don't like something, I can smear it. Oh, yeah. See, I'm covering up his lines. Don't worry about these blades of grass. And down here, it's going to be significantly darker because, yeah, I'm just going to really put the dark in down here. You see how I'm almost like smearing everything together right over those blades of grass. You can still see them all. They're still there. I know I want this darker color. Using the corner of my brush. Oh, wow. Man, I have missed painting in oil so much. It's totally different than all the other mediums. See, now for this one, it's super dark right there. And I would say this brush, I don't think they sell this anymore. This is called Pro Stroke. Focus. Pro Stroke Creative Mark number 2. I did look on Dick Blick and I couldn't find these. Again, I've had this brush for like 20 something years. So all I'm doing up here is just going over it very lightly with the tip of my brush. I'm going to bring this in a little closer so you could see it even better. And do you see the dimension? That top left side is a little darker than I want, but we need to have it like this in the beginning. That's going to help it for the illusion of depth that we're working for. That same dark color on my brush. Let's tilt you over here. I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom and innermost parts of these ones. And you see Kerby's lines are telling you the direction. You guys already know this, right? Obviously. He's telling you the direction that it's, I was going to say growing. I mean, it's a pine cone. So I'm essentially using my brush, the edge of it, in the same way, following the same lines. I will say it's odd for me to have the lines there. This is without a doubt a first. I've never done this before. You know how many firsts I've had with you guys? So many firsts. Look at the difference. Look at this pine cone down there. The depth that we've got. Okay, let's turn this. I'm going to add some dark to the bottom of this pine cone. And I'm just using the corner of my brush. I don't typically use a teeny tiny brush. And I like a flat brush or a filbert the best. Elizabeth says, gorgeous, Tara. Well, thank you, my beautiful friend. Wow. Look at that difference between the one on the left and the one on the right. I'm trying to get it so there won't be a glare, but it's, oil paint is so reflective. I'm sure hoping it's picking up. Again, I'm using my hands to brace, which is why I would not normally do the bird in this and then the background. A lot of times I like to do the background first, but if I did that, I would have a very hard time putting the bird in right now because everything would be a mess and wet. So I chose not to do that first. So if I was going to do the background, I would do the background and let it dry and then come back over the top. But because I'm putting more than one layer, I can do the bird and the pine cones and then do the sky later. And that'll be fine. The other thing is, because I'm working so transparently, I'm going to zoom you guys out a little bit so that you can see it. Because I'm working so transparently, like I have to let this dry. Will it stay shiny when dry? No. It's not matte, which is why I like oil paint, but it's not typically shiny either. So no, it's just because it's wet. It's super reflective. But I've not used it in these books, so it is possible. The same dark color, I am going to add a little bit more down here. Because I'm just looking at it like that's definitely too bright. Lori's got to go. Wait to see the masterpiece. Bye, Lori. We were so happy to have you here. Now I'm looking, and I think I want to put a little bit of this color because it's so nice and dark down here. And I'm going around this one because these feathers would be deeper. They would be more in shadow. Leslie says, unbelievable how much a few strokes have made the pine cones come to life. Do I sound excited? Yes, you do. And you know what the thing of it is? How much more do you need to do? Kerby has done all of this work. I mean, I could throw some pine cones in on a blank canvas relatively quick, but he's already done it. Like it's pretty much done. When it's dry, come back over the top with a little bit of white accents here and there and maybe dark, and you're done. Call it a day. So I'm going to put, this is that same color that I did the dark on there. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm looking at it on canvas, on the television, on the screen. I love how these feathers are looking over here. So dimensional. Remember, it's these three colors: burnt sienna, ultramarine blue, and Payne's gray. I did not add any white to this. I'm going to do a little bit of these feathers. Maybe it's claws. The pine cones are fabulous. So much depth and dimension. Thanks, Karen. And you could see, like, it took nothing. It took nothing. So I am adding a little bit more in here of that same dark color. The pine cone are my favorite. Yeah, I love how they're coming out. I love it. It would take hours with pencils. Yeah, it would. The downside is this is dangerous. No, I'm kidding. It's not dangerous. It's just messy. And I promise my friends, when I get my studio done, I'm going to have a really great setup and my Wi-Fi. I'm going to be hardwired in. Everything's going to be better. I appreciate you hanging in there with me. So I'm using that same dark color over here. Are you going to paint everything today? You mean the other side or the rest of this? I am not. I am sitting this on. Let's see if I can get back even more. I've got this on my lap desk, and this is new. I don't want to get paint on it. And so I tried to get this on my easel, and it's a daggone book. So how am I going to put a book on my easel? So that didn't work out. So I don't know. I could always do the other bird on the other side too. We can just do what we want. Because if I'm being honest, there's not much more I'm going to want to do on this bird until it dries. So I'm adding, let's see if I can get you guys a little closer. Lean you down. Let's see. All right. So at the top of its head, the same colors, using the corner of my brush, I'm going to go around its eye and right there and down here, because we want this top part of its head to be the brightest. And I am going to put some of this color. I'm just dabbing. He gives us so much. Okay. I don't want to do all of this until the background. We could do the branch, so let's do that. The branch will be okay to do. But all of these are going to just get lost when I do the background. So using the same colors that we just did for everything, these dark colors, the burnt sienna, ultramarine blue, and Payne's gray, I'm just going to brush on. Brushing on. It's like all of his pencil marks are what we would do with pencil shading, I feel like. Oh, yeah, I didn't see that pine cone all the way down here. I'm not going to do that one right now. Can you see how starting on a canvas that is not white, the impact? I love that it isn't. I'm afraid to go all the way to the edge. Let me think here. Just do it, Tara. I'm holding the page out a little bit. Karen says, oh, what are we doing for the background? Will you do it with oil paint? I'm absolutely doing it with oil paint. And I'm envisioning something very dark, like dark blues maybe, greens. I'm in my blue era. Jana says, you're a flipping rock star, my friend. The coloring community is better with you in it. You are a friggin' sweetheart. Thank you. That means so much to me. Look at this daggone bird. Like it's not done because I'm going to want to do so much more. But I can't do anything else on that bird right now. Like it needs to dry. Do you guys want to do this bird on the other page? I'm game if you are. We can start on this bird. You guys let me know. I'm going to gear up for it. I am going to gear up. Julie says yes. I say let's flipping do it. Okay. Hell yeah. Don't mind my wires. I'm getting my wires crossed and all my junk on the floor. I might need some wine for all of this. I flipping love this. Claire says yes. Claire, it's the middle of the night for Claire. Claire's like, I'm game for whatever. Please do it. Do it. Let's do it. Yes. Yes. Okay. For this bird, it's the same daggone bird, right? I mean, I could vary the color. I can make that one have a white beak. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But I have this dark color. So if you don't want to do it, just do it. That's my grandson that would say that. I don't think I want white beaks, but I might make this one a little bit more golden, but I'm going to put this color. Let's see if I can get closer. Okay. And not get my hand in the way. Erica wants to know, what time is it there, Karen? I think it's morning. I vaguely remember you saying it's morning over there. And let's get underneath here. Oh, Monica, I think I like where you're going with that. Do you like cozy books? cozy books? I do, actually. The ones that I illustrated are more towards the cozy that are actually printed than, even though I paint animals like this. I haven't done too much with, it's 7:30. Oh, it's early over there. I'm an early riser. Okay, I've cleaned my brush. I want to see that red color, that pop of color on its head. So I've got straight alizarin crimson and liquin. Liquin is the secret. It's the secret. You see how Kerby drew where the red goes? He's made it so flippin' easy for us. I definitely want to bust out my canvases. I have huge canvases, and I do a lot with canvas boards. Let's see, that's not horrible, at least for early birds, yes. Oil paint in a cozy book. Oh, is that what you mean? Holy shit. I'm game for whatever. I'm game for whatever. So looking over here, I want to put some red here. And let's get this red extending out a little bit. Oh, look at that head. I'm up at 5 a.m. Karen says it's going to be a hot one today. Cocoa Wyo books with thick paper. I mean, I'll do anything, you know, within reason. Huh. Take a little bit of this red. I do want to put some of this. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing because I'm so close. That would be so interesting as they don't lend themselves to details. Yeah, I'm willing to try whatever, but we have to paint it with gesso. We can't just go to town with it until we do that. So here I am putting some of this color underneath. I don't know what color I'm going to make these, probably the same, but I want some vividness, and I'm just putting it down a little random. Let's see. I know, oil painting stuff. I need to make another order myself because my cadmium red is dried up. She's all dried up. Let's see. I'm going to clean my brush. I've only used one brush so far. So there's that. I was going to say scroll up, but of course I'm not scrolling. I'm going to grab that green color. So I made it with the yellow. Well, obviously yellow and blue make green, but I like the sap green color, having it be a little bit more with yellow. And my brush is not completely clean. There's still that sienna colored kind of on here staining it. And I'm good with that. It's whatever. So I'm going to put this green color. It's green, but it's also yellow. Wow, look at that. Well, you know how I am, Tara. I do. And Jana, look at what I did. I told you I bought more shit, right? You should not drink wine late at night while you're coloring and you're ordering shit on Amazon. I don't even know what the hell's coming. I got some stuff coming. I got some stuff coming. I want to try everything, and people could get mad at me over consumption. It's whatever. I'm going to do what makes me happy. And frankly, art is what makes me super happy. I haven't done art every day like I've been doing for the past few months in decades. Like not every day. Look at that head. Can we just appreciate? It's super shiny because it's wet. Oh, I am in love with painting in these flippin' books. And I'm shouting. I'm sorry. Now for these feathers back there, I really like this green color, and I could go right over that alizarin crimson. That's fine. That's what I do too, watching YouTube, going back and forth between that and Amazon. Yeah, that's what I'm watching your videos. If I'm Karen, I'm definitely watching yours. And learning from you guys, and I'm shopping and I'm coloring. I will say this, with me painting, I don't want to touch anything else right now because I can feel the oil on my fingers. So I don't want to go touching my cabinets and shit because Tom will have a shit fit. Don't mind my cursing. This liquid is a game changer. No, I mean trendy books, like the ones with cute animals, those cozy books. Trendy books. Can you give us an example, Monica? Who's the illustrator? Look at this. I'm flat coloring. This is all you got to do. I need to inspect my art materials box. Jeanette says, yeah. You should have seen me today. I was in Tom's tool room trying to get one of my easels. I couldn't reach it. I would have literally have to jump over saws because we don't have any flipping room. We don't have any room. Yeah, Kazi, exactly. I think we all watch Karen's videos. So if you're not watching her videos, where do you live? Under a rock? Probably. I hope I'm not offensive to anybody, but if I am, it's whatever. I love this bird on this side because so many of its feathers are going to be the most vivid. But look at how, because we did that underpainting underneath, all of the feathers don't look the same. It is blurry, but I sure hope it's picking up. I'm going to get back a little bit from it. And let's see. If I bring this over here, is that better or worse? I think it's better. Psst, your happy mail got sent. New UPS store guy got confused. Oh, Erica, you're flipping awesome. You guys are just like the greatest. I love all my friends so much. And, you know, Tom is so invested in my coloring. Like, he's like, what have you been doing? What have you been doing? And I'm almost finished with my seasons, the portrait of that woman that I've been working on with those, like, I don't know, I made them beats on her head. And he comes home and he's like, ooh, I love that. What other colors are you going to use? And he's so invested. I finished my first cozy book following Karen's tutorial. Jeanette, that's awesome. So that would be a great challenge. So in a cozy book, okay, I'm keeping Amazon drivers employed. Leslie, me too. Me too. Ooh, I love that. I'm going to make some of these, I think, more yellow. This would take forever with pencils. Has anybody ever done this in a book, or am I the first one? I like doing some crazy stuff. I added more just straight yellow to this. I think I want to try to get this color a little bit bluer and see if I like it. This might be too dark. Let me see. That's a little dark, but it's kind of cool. I even watch the videos when Hunter watches TV. That's awesome. Yeah, Tom just knows. I'm going to be doing that, you know. Janice says, same here, Leslie. When they don't have a delivery for me, my husband says they're going to stop by just to make sure you're still breathing. Jana, I can appreciate that. Oh, Karen, I'm sure you're the first. Well, let it go down in history. Kat says the same thing. And it is not only is it going to work, because it's working. And let's check. No bleed through. Paper's taking it like a champ. I am so glad you guys pushed me to try this, because I'm like, I don't know, is this shit going to work? You're the trailblazer. Oh my God, you guys have me dying. Wow. Like, Kirby's literally made, I don't have to do anything. It's just super fast. Just throw the daggone color down. It's working and looks phenomenal, and it's so quick. It is so flipping quick. I can't even believe how fast it is. Now I'm adding more yellow. And look at this one with the red. That is so pretty. Like, I'm going to want more of that. And the thing of it is, when this dries and we add another layer, it's just going to add even more depth. I sure hope this dries. Do you know what I mean? The paper over here is dry, but I can still feel something. So I don't know. I mean, there's a possibility it won't dry. I don't know. Let's see. You need to do a tips and tricks for using oil paints. Yes, Karen, I already started filming that actually. When I did the, when I put the gesso down, I filmed that with how I did it, how I stained it. But yeah, we're going to need that because I am not responsible if you guys mess up your houses with oil paints. I'm not responsible for your purchases. Erica says, for everyone who can't get the Hannah Carlson Seasons book, it's out of print. The page Karen used to show how to do portraits is also in grains of gold. Thank you so much, Erica. I really appreciate that. That book was the most expensive book I've ever bought. I think it was $50 US. I got it from Amazon France, and I got the Dutch version. I bought the book just so I could follow Karen. That's awesome. All right, let's see. How are we doing? Oh, it looks so good. Can you believe how fast this is? It's almost like not normal, right? For it to be so flippin' quick. So let me look. I want to put some deeper colors. Let's see, do I want to add any other colors? I don't think so. I think I'm going to add more of that red. Mine is so supportive. He's a keeper. That's awesome. All I did to the same dirty brush was add alizarin crimson because I really like the impact of having some red feathers. So when I do this, I'm literally painting through squinted eyes to see that shot might be better. To see if I like what I'm doing. Ooh. That feather's super pretty. I'm still looking for soulmates, spirit animals. Oh, Erica, if you find it, will you let me know? I love Hannah. She's definitely one of my favorite artists. Oh, wow. That looks so flipping good. Like, so good. Look at those colors. Can you guys see these colors? I'm trying to hold it still. Look at the depth and dimension that we're getting, like without really doing anything. That's just mind-blowing to me. So I'm going to add, let me lift you guys up. Did I do it? I didn't. Lift it up. There we go. Turn you down this way. And let's see, there really is a strong glare there. Can you take a break? My pup needs to pee. Leslie, you're awesome. Yeah, see, light is so hard on these when you're doing this. Man, that is just so good. I hope you guys can bear with the glare. I'll try to hold the book so it doesn't glare, but it's not going to be easy to do that. So I'm going to grab some more of that sap green color and the liquid. Kenzie, hello, Kenzie. We're so glad you're here. All I did was grab some of that sap green color. I think I'm going to mix it with some Payne's Gray. I just want a really dark green color. And I'm thinking about like framing this. See, that's super dark. But I'm not afraid. I know I'm going to want it dark under its head. I'm just very softly going back to bed. Thanks, Tara. Your exuberance is infectious. I am still looking for soulmates, but have no luck whatsoever. We might have to do a color with Claire and ask for a reprint. Claire, you're awesome. Thank you so much for waking up in the middle of the night to come hang out with us. You're awesome. Let me see if I can. Glad I made it to alive. We are so happy you are here. Okay, let's try this. I am determined to get you guys a better view. Let me see. I can't have it so that there's no light. Let me try turning off one of my lights. Kind of don't want to do that, but let's see if it helps with the glare. Is that better or worse? I think it's worse. Let's see. Let me shut that and see if that helps. Nope. Let's see. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Jeanette says the colors are brilliant. Oh my word, I am in love. You just have to bear with it being just, gotta scoot. Oh, bye, Elizabeth. Flippin' love you. With it being so reflective. So I added the Payne's Gray mixed with the Sap Green up around here. I want to do the same thing kind of at the base over here and right over here under its eyes. Oh, it just makes it so quick. Down over here. I want to put this same color, even though it's got green on it. I want to put some of this up over here. Oh, I love it. It looks really dark, but that's okay. Right over here. And let's see, I want to put, I'm thinking about getting it underneath some of these feathers that Kerby has given us to see if I like it. I don't think I like it there. I think I'd rather kind of go around some of these to show that they're one on top of each other. And over here, because this is where they come together, so there's going to be darker naturally over there. Oh, look at how dimensional this bird is. I'm blowing myself away over here. Let's see. Get you guys so that you can see the bottom. Wow, those feathers just look, they look so good. So I'm going to see how transparent that is. And these, I want to get these down here because they're going to be darker. But see how the red shines through? Like the colors shine through, which is awesome. That's what we want, is for them to shine through. Let's see. Definitely want, thinking about the shape of it. That's got a lot of paint on it. Let me get some on the top of its head. So I used my cleaner, and you can see when I'm cleaning the brush, I'm not doing a great job, and that's fine. At the end of everything is when we do a thorough. So now I'm grabbing just really yellow, and it's mixed with the liquid and the green. And I'm gonna just reinforce the top of its head. I think I want to change colors like we did on the other bird and add a little bit of blue to this section. See if you guys can see it better. Oh, I love that. I mean, Prussian blue, Phthalo blue would be a really good blue. I just don't have it over here. It's in my other room. And This first coat doesn't have to have like perfect colors. This is just straight ultramarine blue. Seeing what I think. I think I like that. And then I'm just smoothing it with my brush flat so that we don't see any harsh strokes. Wow, look at these feathers. It's looking really good. I'm gonna mix this blue and Payne's gray together with white. You asked for names of cozy books. I have Cozy Cuties by Coco Waya and Lulu's House of Wonder. You know what? We could probably do Lulu's House of Wonder because those are single-sided, and I have that book. But we have to put gesso down. So I'm coming over. I love how the little bit of green looks on there. It looks so good. And let's do the same thing. I'm just using the corner of my brush. Lulu's House of Wonder is an untouched book for me. I'm scared of that book for some reason. I say we need to do that. I will say that this vote was even up until the very end because I know that you guys also really want to see me do Camilla d'Errico. And maybe some people don't want to do oil paint, which is okay. I've just picked up the dirty color of the yellow, and I'm going to put that with the corner of my brush inside its eye. And I added a little bit of alizarin crimson for the top part. Oh man, that is just so pretty. While I have this color on it, I'm going to add a little bit of this more orangey color. I say do it. It'll get you started in the book using a medium you love. You know, you're probably right. The other thing, though, is her stuff is so cutesy, and I don't know what a lot of things are. So I'll have to get over that. Now, I like to use the same dirty brush that I was using up there and use it other places. You see, with us doing this in oil paint, it is so fast. Like, I really need to have, I don't know, 6 books ready to go for a live, and we just do bits and pieces in each one. Let's do another pine cone. You guys want to do another pine cone? Because this bird is blocked in. Let me get you back from it so you could see. Let's have you see the double page spread. Look at this flipping thing. I do love a double page spread. Double page spreads are my favorite. I flipping love these pine cones. Ah, yes, no realism. I know. I'll just have to get over it, right? I just have to get over it. What do you guys think about this? Holy word. I'd love to see a sunset in oil pastel sometime. Yes, I'm here for it. I want to do that without a doubt. Oh, oil paints. Can I not read? I was like, I could do pastels too. Paint's better. Oh, wow. Sensational. Thank you, my beautiful friend, Karen. And really, how hard was it? I watched one of your tutorials last night. I'm convinced your running commentary is the saying you always saying, just now you're recording for our benefit, and you're saying, hey, friends, tons more. You know what? Like, this is just the way my brain thinks. And you guys are my friends. Oh, I love that. I love this pine cone. Like, I'm in love with this pine cone. While I have this color on this brush, I think I want to, this is that kind of greenish color. I think I want to add a little bit of that here just to brighten up some of these feathers. I was just looking at it, and it looked almost a little bit too, oh, Kat, thank you. Kat says gorgeous. It looked a little bit too brown right there. But see, I like the dark here, but I want to brighten it up too. I have no fear of mud. No fear of mud because we're doing oil paint. And this is what it's made for. Would you guys want to see just grab a canvas and just paint? I have giant canvases. Like, I like painting big, for sure. So I'm kind of not even thinking. I'm just seeing how much I like how this looks. That I'm using this same, and let me show you guys my palette so you can see how dirty it is. Kazi, thank you. Kazi says abso-freaking-lutely. I added the abso-flipping-lutely. So see, this is the way I work. This is my liquid. Oh, I'm just so happy right now, friends. Just looking at this paint makes me so happy. I would absolutely love to see that. Thank you, Karen. It's happening. It's happening. I say we just go for it. That's what we need to do. Set that back there carefully. I'm going to take this. Put that back there. Oh, see, I really like adding this to the tips of the wings. I would absolutely tune in for a real-time canvas painting. That's going to be an option for next Tuesday. I want to do it. So what we could do is just say, that's what we're doing. And then give options for what you want to see. So we can put a dog or something. We could put a sunset. Like, I don't know. We could put something in there. And who's to say they can't be a sunset with something else? Just remember, we're not going to finish. Probably not. I don't know. This bird looks great. The addition of the color on the wings is a huge difference. Jana says absolutely. Look at the difference. Let's see if I can bring you over here. I'll just bring the book. A dog and a sunset. My vote is to paint whatever you want. That's what I say too. Look at this flipping picture. Holy shit. Like, I'm looking in the video and the pine cone's blowing me away. I can't take any credit because I didn't draw these. But you know what? When we're going to town with the canvas, I'm doing it all. Look at the color on these wings versus those. The extra color. I definitely want to put that green color. I'm trying to get a good view. Two of my favorite things. Me too, Karen. Me too. I would go for colorful sky of any variety. Okay, well, let's do it. Let's flipping do it. You know what I'm saying? The pine cones, I know. They just look so good. I'm so happy right now. I'm in my happy place, my friends. And you know what? Like this, it is canvas. But wait until we do this on canvas. It is so fun. Do you guys have oil paints? Do you want to plan? How about if we plan a sunset? What about over the water? What about the sunset overlooking, like it's a still lake scene or the water of some kind and a beach? To me, that just sounds like heaven. I want to go. Probably because it's so freaking cold here. Very nice. I love that. It needed the green. The green on there, you know what? Let's go for it. When you don't want to do it, just do it. I'm mixing the yellow and the green together. Yes, that. Okay. And we're going to make it happen. So I have it pretty thick. And now I'm using the corner of my brush. I am noticing the color, the paint is drying. This is alkyd oil, so it is a fast drying oil. And because it's on this paper, I wasn't really sure how it would work because it can dry sometimes faster than I want. So I'm using the corner of my brush and I'm just tapping where Kerby drew the feathers. And I like to think about going around like the feathers to curve the body, so that it's not just straight across. Let's see. Get on there, paint. Yeah, there we go. With a sleeping dog on the beach. Oh, Erica, that would be fabulous. I love it. Oh, wow. I'm just in love with this bird. Chris says, LOL, I have garbage oil paints from one of those kits that comes with all different kinds of things. My husband being sweet and supportive without actually knowing anything about what he's buying. Yeah, and you know what? The type that you're using matters. And when I just used to use regular oil paint, it was frustrating because it stays wet for weeks. I don't have weeks when I'm doing layers. Okay, that just looks so flipping good. I'm going to get a little bit of the Payne's Gray. Make sure that there's liquid. And I'm going to just see what happens if I put a little bit of this. Oh, I like that a lot. Down over here. It's going to need a little bit here. Knowing that we're not done. And the weird phases that these paintings might go through look so good when you come back over it on another layer. Okay, we ready for another pine cone? I say, man, this one is right at the edge. We're going to do that too, but let's do this one first. Okay. So I did clean my brush as best I can. And dry it off. Now I'm going to grab, being very careful here because now I've got to be careful, friends. So we're using burnt sienna. That's the first thing that we did. Just straight burnt sienna and liquid. And I'm just going to go over this whole pine cone. Going over that blade of grass. Let's get you guys a little closer. Awesome. Now where's my paint? Where did I go? Oh, it's right here. Burnt sienna. Oops, see? This is what happens. I rested my finger and I got paint on it. You got to be careful. I've ruined a floor before. So Tom has it's right for him to be nervous. Hi, Nikki. We're going to town here. We are going to town with oil paint. Going right over that blade of grass. So that's the first layer. That's the first layer, right? Now, using the same brush, I'm going to pick up some Payne's Gray and make sure I have liquid. Now it's dark. And now looking at his lines, the inside part, just like you guys love to do with shadows, trying to keep my hand out of the way. It's significantly harder with a brush. It is harder with a brush. Let's see. Trying to make it, that might be good. Oh, yeah. Putting it more towards the center and the bottom part. Now all I'm doing is taking my brush and wiping it. So I didn't even clean it. And I'm just going to pick up some white, add a little bit of liquid. Chris says, someone remind me, is the page gray because the gesso disturbed the line ink? I mixed that after the gesso. I am making a video on that, Chris. I did an underpainting. Do you mean Payne's Gray undercoat to cool everything down? Yes, that's right. So now I've added the white. I just don't like to necessarily start with white. It just, and look at how it's like a wash. I didn't make it perfect, which is, you know, fine. I just added white to this brush. And let's see if I can get it. Now, I'm just hitting those edges. Here and there. If you don't like it, you can paint over it. Oh, I love it. Let's see. I think I want right like that. We need a hard edge right there. Look at that pine cone coming to life. I just need to find some, enough to try it first. Did you use burnt sienna or yellow to warm it all up? This, I only used burnt sienna. I did not use yellow. Not that it would be wrong. Yellow is kind of strong. You could, I mean, you could try it. So flipping excited. My book came in. Can't wait to paint this after work. Oh, Jenny, that's awesome. Hello. Look at this flipping awesome pine cone. It's looking so good. I'm going to add a little bit more burnt sienna. I do want to warm it up a little bit. So burnt sienna is such a beautiful color. Okay, I love that. Pine cone looks really good. Let's now look at this flipping thing. It's so good. Let's do this sucker. So using burnt sienna and liquid, I'm going to do a wash over the whole thing. Yeah, when I was learning to paint in oil, I was doing the thick oil paint because, I don't know, that's what I thought you're supposed to do. And I just wasn't loving it. As soon as I figured out that we can glaze, I was totally hooked. Like totally and completely hooked. Nikki, I'm doing fabulous. I hope everyone else is doing fabulous and you are doing fabulous as well. I'm always fabulous when I'm with my friends. And remember, we're having a special live on Saturday because the Sunday vibes we're not doing this week because it is the Tubathon. Okay, that looks so good. I'm going to grab some Payne's Gray mixed with the burnt sienna. And I want to get those darkest darks. Oh, I love that. It really just makes it pop. In there. Yeah, I told Tom next weekend, I'm going live on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And I told him all day on Sunday I'm coloring. Like I get up in the morning. I'm going to try to get up as early as I can. I'm not going to be able to stay up for 24 hours. Like nothing is worth my health. Like without a doubt. I'm going to do as much coloring as possible. Wow. Just look at the dimension being built. I love it. How will you paint the background? This is going to dry first. And then I'm going to do the same thing we're doing, but just choose my colors. What I can do is do a little bit somewhere so you guys could see what I'm going to do. I just don't want to do the whole background while everything is wet. It's so much easier when you let it dry because otherwise it's like everything is slipping around. You got to just be a lot more careful when you paint. And I am very messy. I am such a messy colorist. Like already this is so much more than I would normally do at one time. I do a little bit, glaze it, get out, let it dry, wait another day. The next day, come back, do a little more. The next day, come back, do a little more. So 40 days later, at a minimum, that's for paintings. Then I may or may not be done. So it does take patience to do it this way because you're building up layers. But it's also kind of like effortless. It's just the best way to, I don't know how to describe it. Hopefully I'm describing it correctly. Can you see as we're putting in the dimension on this pine cone? Let's see if I can get it. So we've got the really dark on the inside of it and the burnt sienna. His line work is shining through. So now I'm going to clean my brush. And I'm going to pick up some white. Add a little bit of that liquid. Hey, Jess. Welcome. We're going buck wild. So this is the white with the liquid. And I'm just going to hit the very tops. And you could see this brush is like maybe bigger than what we would want. But I don't care. One, I don't want to switch brushes. I've used one brush the whole entire time. This size 2 round brush, or flat brush rather. So I'm just hitting, yes, Kerby, woohoo! Except we're using oil paint. And I'm just getting the tips. And he gives us everything. He gives us everything. All we got to do is just put the color there. I'm going to use the side of my brush. And if you go and put the paint somewhere you don't want, you can just smooth over it with your brush, and it'll kind of just blend. It'll just blend in. And I like thinking about where do I want to really draw attention. So on this one looks like I have yellow on there. I might add some yellow. Maybe I did. I don't remember. So look at how that pine cone is really starting to come to life. I think I am going to add, maybe it was more burnt sienna. The other thing is I'm kind of going by on the fly. So I'm going to add a little bit of yellow. So I'm kind of got this color. And because there's white in it, it is somewhat opaque. And let's see if I like this. I think I do. So Erica, I believe you asked me about the yellow. I am adding a little bit more yellow in here. Because as I'm looking at this, it's a lot more yellow, but I might have even put green in there. I don't remember. Usually when I'm doing a painting like this, I'm going to do all the pine cones at the same time. Like one layer of each thing. And so I'm not switching brushes as much, if that makes sense, or cleaning my brush. Okay, now that looks really good. It needs more dark. So I am going to clean my brush because the dark is a transparent color and I had white on my brush. So now I'm just grabbing Payne's Gray and I'm mixing it with burnt sienna. And I've got it very dark. Oh yeah, see, that's what I wanted to see. I hope you guys can see that. Let's see. I think that looks good without a glare. So I'm going to get this using the tip of my brush. Oh, I love paint. I love it. Jess, I saw your video on the bees and I'm very intrigued. I plan on painting a lot of bees in February and I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for me too because I like the bees in Camilla de Arago's. I will be dipping in and out as much as I can. Jeanette, that's awesome. I'm just thankful for you. Getting it in the corner. Oh yeah, see? Tapping. And looking at it like Look at how just that little addition of the dark, the whites are just popping. Yay. Yes. February. Yes. I'm getting in on that hashtag. I'm getting in on it. I just it's on the channel, but it's not public yet. It's going to members tomorrow, and then on Thursday is my Camilla de Erico flip through. Yeah, totally came to life. Yes, Julie. And that book flipping blew me away. I could not believe what I was freaking looking at. So look at this. Look at this craziness. Now it just needs even a little bit more. See, Kerby on this one, there's a lot more flat edges because the pine cone's different, where this is more like closed up. Wow, this is a phenomenal double page spread. Just bought a gorgeous bee mug from Hobbycraft. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let me get back a little bit. Super happy that you're painting with Kerby. I am too. You know what? Kerby books were meant for this shit. Holy cow, this looks so good. I know there's a glare on this one. Wow. Wait until we're done. Maybe not everybody likes what we're doing. If you're not a fan of oil paint, I don't know. I think it's flipping awesome. When I'm watching YouTube, I like to watch all different kinds of things anyway. And I love experimenting. That looks so freaking good. This one is really close to the bottom. But I say let's do it. That pine cone comes off the page. It's unbelievable. It's unfreaking believable. I can't believe this myself. I can't use oil paint yet. Why? Because of, what do you mean yet? Explain, Jeanette. So this one, the other one I did the wash. I'm going to show you could do it more than one way. But see, the thing of it is, the reason why I'm going to do the wash first. I like doing the wash first because you put the wash over everything. Then when you come back over and you do the dark, you do it in select places, and you do the light in select places. This pine cone is flipping awesome. I think I want to add a little bit more of the dark because I have it on the brush. That's the other thing. I'm thinking I don't want to waste this paint. So where else can I put it? Just little spots here and there. I want to find a singular page for February that allow me to maximize the hashtags. Do we know the fairy tale yet, Jordy Colors? Oh, I don't know. Have not learned yet. Loving this so much. Jana, you are awesome. I normally love to put all of your comments on the screen, but because I'm touching oil paint, I'm a little leery to touch my computer. I've never used oil paint, but I'm excited to learn. Well, you're in the right place. We're doing this. You know what I'm saying? We're flipping doing it. I'm going to grab that burnt sienna. That's this one. Boy, there's hardly anything there. So I'm going to just put that here with my liquid until it's kind of really thin. Oh, this one's almost dead. Then I'm going to take this and brush it over the entire pine cone. It's what they say to my pupils when they said I can't do it. I would add yet because I would be there to teach them. I love that, Jeanette. I love that. Yeah, I used to teach painting before I taught at Michael's. I told you that before, I think. But I also taught out of my studio. I'd have these, people come to my house, which I guess that's dangerous, but it's whatever. That was a long time ago. And I had 2 easels in there that I made. I'm nowhere near as skilled as Tom is with carpentry. Look at this pine cone coming to life in just seconds without even trying. I'm being sure to sweep off the page because I don't want to get oil paint on the opposite side, although I am so hooked on this. I might have to paint everything in this book with oil paint. It'd probably be really fast. So block this in. But yeah, I did these classes, and these people like had never painted before, and they were blown away by how like quickly you can really bring something to life when you like learn the technique. Okay, so we already have it based in. Look at the difference between this pine cone and this one. Or this one. Like these two have the dark and the light added, and this is just the mid-tone. It's like so inspiring to me. So while I still have this color on, let's move that because there's a glare. I'm going to add the Payne's Gray to my brush. I do so much with messy colors. So Payne's Gray added to the same brush. And I'm going to go. You can see how just adding the one under there. Look at how that piece of that pine cone has become so dimensional just from adding that one little bit of Payne's Gray. I'm going to do the same thing right here and right here. And this one. This one's really going to set it off. Look at that. He gives us so much. Just so much. So if you're used to painting or coloring in Kerby's books, you're just going to put the oil paint, the darker, where you see all of his lines. Yeah, Julie, it's freaking crazy. He puts all of these lines where it's supposed to be darker. So you just put it where he tells you to put it. I love the way he draws them. Like it's that simple. It's funny, but the stuff that would hype me up so much are things like painting dirt. I love painting dirt, like trails, mud, sand. That's what I love about him. He's so generous. He is. He is. It's definitely having me rethink my book that I'm working on, because I thought I had to make it like super simplified and remove all of like the detail, but I don't think I do. I mean, ultimately I could do what I want, but I want everybody to like it at the same time. So remembering I need to have shadow, because shadow is what is going to make all of these pop up. Oh, wow. Let me bring this down a little bit. Fix the angle. Get a little closer. Look at that pine cone. Putting it where those lines are. Yeah, he gives so much. What I appreciate is how skilled the animals are drawn. And I'm definitely partial to things that look real. But it is really fun to color things that aren't. So I think Lulu Mayo would be a good challenge for me. Wow. I don't even think we would need to think about pencils or anything else on top of this. We're going to get it all with the oil pretty easily. So now, oh, I love that. I'm going to clean my brush. Sometimes when I'm cleaning my brush, I wipe it off on a paper towel first just to get the big pieces of paint off. Then I put it inside of my container. And this is a stainless steel container. And it has a screen in there. So you rub it against it. And it also keeps the solvent. Like, you don't want to use plastic here. You want, I mean, this thing is awesome. I used to have a really big one. I don't know where it is. It's probably in a box somewhere. And then I wipe it off. But my brush is still considered dirty. Boy, I'm glad I have this paper down right here because I can see it's got paint on it. So Tom would be really happy with me right now that I'm not messing it up. So I'm going to add white with a little bit of that yellow and a little bit of the burnt sienna together because I want to add these highlights. And I added the liquid. So now I'm going to just touch the tops. Like this one right here, that's going to be a really good one. This one. Like, wow, look at that. That one. Oh, this over here. This one. Get that corner. And if this makes you nervous using a bigger brush, you could use something smaller. This is my favorite size, is this 2. To do on this whole page. Like, you don't need a huge brush. It's all in how you use it. So how he's drawn this to go around it. Oh. In love. In love. And this down here. See, definitely I am used to not having to reserve lights. You just put the paint on and it comes to life. Down there. And right off the page. Let's see. Like right there, I went into the background a little bit. And it doesn't matter. I just wiped my brush off because we are going to put a background back there anyway. Oh, wow. Look at that pine cone. Like we got one more pine cone. You know, we got to do it. Then we got all the pine cones in. Let's zoom out. Hopefully I'm not making you guys sick. Let's see. What do you guys think of this double page spread so far? I say I got to go one more pine cone. Oh, we have one down here too. I feel like we got to just get the pine cones in. That's what I say. I think I might want some wine. Anybody want to come over and have a dry red with me? Cassie, thank you. I'm in love with this. Isn't it nuts? And guys, it's like no effort. I am standing. I'm so used to standing when I paint. I really like to keep stepping back. Okay, Julie's on her way over. Oh, I am loving doing this. Loving it. Loving it. I'm not even going to put a Be Right Back on. I'm going to leave it on these flipping beautiful birds. Somebody come on here and they'd be like, what the hell is happening here? This is what's happening. Oh, in love. I will say this edge wasn't very happy, but I didn't rip it, but it looks like it could rip at any point in time. Love to join you. Maybe it'll take a while. I'm going to grab a dry red and I'm not going anywhere. So I'm still talking to you. I wish you guys could talk to me. I am going to wash my hands because they're covered in like turpentine, which I don't recommend. You take baths in it. All right. Let's see, I'll get this dry red. This looks good. There's so much snow outside. It's just flipping crazy. Flipping gorgeous. So I got my glass. And this here, Q Cafe for Quintana. I made these with my Cricut. I'm drinking this right now. It's organic. I mean, the one I really like, I'm out, so I'm waiting for that. Let's see. Jana's going to jump on a plane. We're doing the background in like a watercolor along with the greenery, then gesso all the pine cones and parrots and just paint them in oil so they would pop out of the page like a 3D effect. I guess you could do that. Like, you could absolutely do that. But painting it with oil in the background is so flippin' incredible. I'm using my aerator for my wine. That I don't think I would want to do that. See, I got one of these aerators. I'm bougie like that. You could do that, Kazi. You could. But if I'm doing that, then I have to be careful with the gesso. I have to be more particular versus just do the whole page. But you could do whatever you want because you're your boss. All right. I'm ready for this last pine cone. I do love watching you color Rita Berman. The owl was so wonderfully colorful. You do need to make that one available to non-members. You used a color palette, but not color combos. Super educational. Erica, I really freaking appreciate that. And I've been struggling with some of this stuff with members and non-members because I definitely don't want anybody to feel left out. Those member videos are so many hours because they're long, and it's a lot. It's a lot. But I want everybody to learn. I do appreciate that. I'm planning on doing a lot of things. But right this second, I'm going to have a sip, and I'm going to give the toast to my beautiful friends. Okay, I said we bust out. I did sit down. I'm going to do this one real quick. And how does, Erica, I was thinking about, I know I did a short on this, like mini things having to do with that owl. That owl was one of my most favorite things I have ever done. And I can't believe I pushed past my limiting beliefs with having to paint realistic. So I feel like I learned a lot myself throughout that. This one here is going to be a little bit of a bitch to do because it's in the crack and it's at the bottom, but I'm not afraid. What I do need to do, Erica says, is it the oil that makes it colorful or the colors and how you place them? It's both. Oil paint is the most vivid. Because we went with a wash on the bottom, everything just pops, but it's absolutely the paint. It's absolutely. Could you get the same effect with watercolors or pencils? You can. I just think it's harder. I just think all that stuff is more, I think it's just different. Like you have to layer it in a different way. Kat says, cheers. Oh, thank you. Yes, I think we're talking about this. So you can get the same effect no matter what medium you're using. I just have so much experience with oil, and obviously it's my favorite. You guys already know this. So just burnt sienna and liquid. This is harder. Again, it's in that spine, but I'm not afraid. Go right over it. Go right over the blades of grass. So we got the first layer in. While I have this on the brush, I'm going to pick up Payne's Gray and a little bit more liquid. I want it to be like thin. And I'm going to start placing my darks. And this one is kind of like in the shadows a little bit. Like, I don't think we're going to have as many pops of color. See? You just got to be careful where you're touching because everything is wet. So I need to rinse this brush. So I'm going to wipe it because I'm going to go into white. Actually, I'm not going to rinse it. I'm just going to wipe it off. I'm going to grab white with the cadmium yellow and burnt sienna for this like muddy color, and it's mixed with liquid. See, if I did the background, I wouldn't be able to hold the book like this. It would be too, I would get it all over my fingers. So I'm going to have to be creative when I do the background because I am going to end up touching the paint. Hey, Dana. Dana is here. We're just so glad you're here. We're having a fabulous time here. Fabulous. With this double page spread. So I say that pine cone for right now looks great because it's more in the shadows. Right now, I'm more about placing color, making sure I have everything on. I need to do that top pine cone. Thank you. I'm so happy with how it's coming out. And it's pretty like fast. Any other medium that I would be using would be taking like forever. Okay, I'm going to lift you guys up, bring you closer so we can do this one. Hey, Debbie. Debbie is here. So I'm going back in with the burnt sienna mixed with liquid. And I'm going to just put a wash, being careful. I don't want to get it on the page on the other side. I mean, it is taking it fabulous. There's no bleed through. I love painting this, and I'm really looking forward to it. I am having a live on Saturday, but we're going to work in our project book, the next page that you guys picked. So I hope you come. Because the Sunday vibes, we're going to be coloring for Cancer. So I don't want to take away from that. I want everybody to go to the streamers. Thanks, Debbie. I'm super happy with how it's turning out. I'm trying super hard to be careful so that I don't get paint on my clothes, on my counter, on my chair. Oh, I'm in love with this. Base coat done. While this is on the brush, I'm going to pick up Payne's Gray, add a little bit more liquid, and watch how I need more Payne's Gray. Look at how adding just a little bit is really starting to make these pop. This is like such a flipping cool effect. Such a cool effect. Put it here. Down here. Going right over those blades of grass. Because we're going to come back over it. No fear. What's everybody working on? Anybody painting with me? I am planning, I shot it already, a video on how you can do this in books to prep the canvas. That I got the canvas this blue color. Ooh, that looks good, the dark over there. Over here. Yeah, it is going to be tricky doing the background only because the edges. It's not going to be hard to do it. It's just going to be hard to do the edges. I just finished coloring the snow globe page from oh, is that the one with the dragon, Jess? I have got to do a page in that daggone book. Why am I so afraid of that book? Because it's cutesy. That's why. Wow. Now I'm going to clean this brush with my turpentine. Wipe it off with a paper towel. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab that white, cadmium yellow, and burnt sienna. Amy says, I just finished my Dragon Spell lantern page. Now I'm looking to finish my Millie Morado whip. Oh, my pan pastel background from yesterday. Oh, Jana, I can't wait to see it. It was looking freaking phenomenal. So now I'm going to hit all the tips. This is going to be a really good one because there's so many tips. Yeah, that's the one. The paper is absolutely amazing. I was even able to blend Tombos. Jess, you know how I feel about Tombos. I think we're in agreement. I flipping love Tombos. Ooh, see that? I think I like that being so white. Let me add a little bit of the cadmium yellow just to brighten it up a bit. So it's a little bit thick. Using the corner. When you have so much white, it is going to take away Kerby's lines because it's so opaque. I know precisely why I mentioned it. I love that. I love that, Jess. I love Tombow. So why did I just buy freaking Ohuhu markers? Why am I buying all these other markers? I just need the daggone full set. Dana says, I'm finishing a Millie Morado page 2. It really ran me around. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Julie is working on a project for our local small cemetery. It's due tomorrow and have a full day of work, no coloring. Oh, Julie, you're such a sweet soul. Such a flipping sweet soul. Look at these pine cones, the edges of the pine cones that we're putting in. Just the corner of the brush. If it makes you too nervous that it's so opaque, you can wipe it and thin it down with a little bit more of the liquid. Use the corner. But this is like when it really starts to pop. You see how a flat brush, you could do so much with a flat brush. Oh, I love that. This is a little bit too thick right there. So I just went right over it with my brush to smooth it out. Hi, Yvonne. I just got home from work, thought I'd miss you, but you're still here. Yes, we're having a flipping fabulous time. We've missed you. I love Ohuhu markers too. Yeah, I really love markers. Sorry, my idea for the other markers. What did I miss there, Debbie? Idea for the other markers. I could not be more in love with those pine cones. Like that's all I'm talking about. I know. I flipping love these daggone pine cones. I love pine cones anyway. We have a joke with my mountain bike friends. This might be a little crude or whatever, but I don't give a shit. Like if you get nervous to do a feature, because most of the people I ride with are guys, we're like, just stick a pine cone. Like in other words, like if you're afraid, stick it with a pine cone. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense when I'm saying it out loud, but We would laugh. So anytime I find pine cones on the trail, I'm usually wearing a GoPro filming it. And I hold the pine cone up and I'm like, Steve, this is for you. Here's your pine cone. Kazzy, dog walking time. Thanks for a great stream. Good night, Kazzy. Flipping love you. So glad you were here. Oh, wow. This pine cone is almost done. Huh. And then when it dries, you can decide if you want to add even more. I know the pine cones are awesome. I flip and love these daggone pine cones. Like, that's a little thick. So I'm just going to smooth it out a little bit using the corner of my brush. I mean, again, Kerby gives us so much. We just got to put the color on. Down over here. Corner of my brush. Amy says, I did too in Animal Adventures. Nice. I suggested a watercolor comparisons. Yes, yes, Debbie, that's why I bought them. I blamed you. I told Tom it was your fault. I love that. I do love those the Ohuhu markers a lot. I'm going to add a little bit right there. Even though Kerby didn't give that to us, it needed a little bit of bright right there. I think, wow, look at these daggone pine cones. Daggone. A little bit down there. I'm going to zoom you guys out. Not really. I'm just moving my camera to show you my double page spread. Holy flippin' cow. So we've got all of the pine cones in. We have all of like the meat and potatoes of this page in. So we've got the one bird. Oh, what a beauty. And these stunning pine cones. Like, they are just stunning. This up here could probably use a little bit more of the white, but I could do that later. This bird is flippin' beautiful. So I did put the tree in, so I could put the tree in the rest of it. Nothing like me waiting until the last day to do the background. I love on the edge. Yeah, I can appreciate that. Okay, so I've got this light color. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to just add, because I have the paint on the brush, just a little bit to the tippy tip of a few of them, just to make them a little bit more opaque. Oh, see, I like that one. It is so hard to see. You've still got 2 days. Is this a contest? Tell me what we're talking about. Let's see. I'm going to clean my brush and look at, because I added a little bit more. I mean, these pine cones down here, the way they're drawn, they steal the show. They're showstoppers, without a doubt. This is a beautiful composition that he drew. And my palette is just a disaster. Look at all my colors. The Millie Murata Coloring Sessions Full Color Collab Animal Adventures. Oh, I'm not in that. I don't know anything about that. So the same way we laid these in, I'm going to just quickly lay those in. So just using a bunch of dark colors, the burnt sienna and the Payne's gray. Because it's so transparent, you can see all of the line work shining through. And then Looking over here, straight through the spine. Not afraid. Up here. Oh, it just looks so good. It looks so flipping good. I'm good then, thanks. Oh, about not having to be done yet. Sometimes I wait till the last second to do stuff. I just finished that daggone page in Serendipity, but I didn't finish the time one, but I have time. It is so satisfying watching those branches get colored. So it's not just me. Like I'm like, and how easy is it? It is straight over like the vegetation part of it, like the whatever else that's going to be, green. Right now, all I care about is blocking in that color. Just make sure I don't make my camera fall. There we go. Up over here. Go right off the page so I don't worry about what's on the other side. Look at this big one. Let's do it. See how it's so like watercolor-like? It's like we're just glazing it on. Making sure I have enough liquid on so that it's a glaze. That's why I love these kinds of brushes, because it's kind of like I'm scrubbing. This is very dry too. Like it's not a super wet. Swedish girl, hi. Thank you. I am in love with how this is coming out. We're just glad you're here. I'm getting these branches in pretty quickly. I'm looking around. It comes down here. So let's right over the grass or whatever that is. Loving this. Let's see. Hi, Debbie. So glad you're here. Yes, we are all friends. Looking around, did I miss any branches? I did. I missed this one. Looking around. Let's zoom you guys out. Oh, pine needles. Thanks, Debbie. Why do I have such problems in understanding things? I don't know. Okay, pine needles. Oh, that's going to be beautiful. Wow, this page is like almost completely blocked in. But because they're wet and because I'm working in layers, I can't really do a lot more with the birds. But let's try it. I'm going to take some Payne's Gray, straight Payne's Gray, and I want to just see. How close can I get you? because I didn't put as much liquid in here. Look at how dark that is. Got to be careful where I put my finger. Oh, yeah. And I'm kind of using little circles. I want to make this area here a little bit darker to make the eye kind of more inset, recessed. It's super dark right there, but I'm thinking in terms of layers. Like I need the dark on there. I'm going to grab a little bit of the white and a little bit of ultramarine blue. And let's see. I think I want to add, trying to get it so you're not going to see a glare, but it's really hard. I like that addition with the white. Being careful where I rest my hands. Like when we come back in with this and we make those like cracks, you know how they have like those lines on there? Oh, it's going to be so flipping good. Let's get back and look. So essentially we are ready for the background, but I cannot put the background on right now, friends, because it needs to dry. I wasn't planning on doing both pages today, and like it looks so good. And this is where like we have to be patient. We have to be patient with this because it's let's see if I can add how this looks. And that's going to put me on there. It says it's there. It's just slow. Oh, it's because I have that. This one. Hi, friends. And so I'm over here standing. Let's get. So this definitely has to dry. Look at how fast it was to do all of this. I'm going to hold it up this way. Carefully. What do you guys think? I hope this view is not blurry. Oh, it's not. Okay. I'm going to do this then so you guys can see the spread. What do you think? I can't believe how much we did today. Like, this is blowing my mind. So much done in one session. Debbie loves it. I mean, there's so much we've done. I love the bird on this page. So much. And why am I in focus now? I love it. Artist at work. Yeah. Just so that you can kind of see. Look at the red on this bird. How beautiful. Look at the pine cones. Julie. I'm like in love with this. But I have to be very careful where I'm grabbing because this is oil paint and it's going to be messy, right? But I'm like looking at it. I love these flipping birds, and the pine cones are what really makes this double page spread. So this absolutely has to dry. Let me put both on. It absolutely has to dry. Like, we already know this. It's going to have to dry. I love this bird. Love it. I'm exhausted. I have been standing. It's actually not as messy around me. Leslie says, unbelievable. I leave for 30 minutes and look what you've done. It's very fast. And this is very rough. Kerby gives us so much. But when this dries, and we come over the top and we glaze another layer, and then we glaze another layer, it is like watching miracles like come to life. Like, I'm just looking at this, like, I can't wait to put this background in around it. Let's see. I cannot flipping wait. Like, these daggone pine cones have me sold. It is very reflective. But what we're going to be able to do with the eyes, with its features, in my opinion, oil paint is the best, and I cannot believe this is working. It's like phenomenal. I'm not ruining anything on the other side either. It's making me want to paint every single page in this book with gesso. Yeah, Kat, I'm excited to see what's coming. I'm excited too, because I didn't know that this was going to work. It is a win. Without a doubt, this is a win. I think I want to film another one. And I'm thinking not a double page. I'm going to find another page that I really want to do in here. I think I'm going to do it in the same book. Oh, wow. Like, what about this page? What about that guy? That would be fabulous. Just looking like I would want to do that in oil paint, except he's holding trees. See, the thing with this page, why I picked this, is because it's just birds. Like, they're not doing anything weird. Not that it's necessarily weird. I had a great time with you guys. I got to let this dry. A huge win. Yes! I love you guys. Saturday, I'm going live on Saturday, and we're doing Sunday Vibes on Saturday at 2 p.m. And we are going to go buck wild with that page in Hidden Seasons. And I am going to do it in the way that I did the owl. Do I have that book right here? I don't. I'm really, really excited about that. I don't know how much we're going to get done, but I plan on doing a lot. Then Sunday is the Tubathon. So we're going to talk about that on Saturday too. I've got my flip through coming out and another video, hopefully this week, before Saturday. The Camilla d'Errico book that I flipping love, and I can't wait to do a page in that. I love you guys. Do you think this was a win? Was this worth it? I think it was totally worth it. For nothing else, for the pine cones. Come on now. I mean, could we have achieved this in other ways? Yeah. Look at all the colors on this bird. It makes me so happy, man. I kind of see it. It's so hard. Ooh, a flip through. Yay. It's so hard for me to stop because now I'm looking at my palette, and I have so much paint on it that I'm like, should I just put a little bit more paint down while I have it? Because otherwise the paint is going to be just thrown away. Absolutely worth it. Hurry up, Amazon. Bye, Chris. It's great to see you. Yeah, we're going to have a flipping fabulous time on Saturday, without a doubt. I'm excited to go live on Saturday. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I'll see you Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. This was a huge win. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great night, friends. Thank you for being here. Bye, friends. Tom just got home.